Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Osprey bladders. Now, quite a while ago I made a video about cleaning the Osprey bladders, just a really quick video to show you what was inside the Osprey kit and kind of how to clean them, an idea about using the barbecue tongs. And some of the comments on that video asked about the breakdown of the bladders, about the older one, but especially about the newer one. People were saying there weren't too many videos on that, so I do want to make another kind of more in-depth cleaning video, but I thought I'd just make a really quick video and get it out there to show you kind of the breakdown of each bladder. Super quick of the older one, but a little bit more detail about the newer one. Now, what I mean by detail is it's still going to be a short video because there's really not that much to it, and that's one of the reasons I like the new bladder over the old one, and just in general the Osprey brand. So the older bladder you have here, and again I'll show you really quickly. You obviously kind of consists of three parts. You've got the bladder itself, you've got the hose, and you've got the mouthpiece. Now the bladder itself is pretty self-explanatory. You open it up and you can kind of give it a scrub and a clean and a wash out. It wasn't really clear on how to take the hose off, and it did take me a little while, but it's actually got a little mechanism here which you can just kind of push off and the actual handle comes out, and now this gives you access to the hose, so you can just pull the hose off and clean it. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass and it's a little bit fidgety, and I think I've almost kind of broken it because I'm not too sure how easy it was meant to happen, and I kind of gave it a lot of force, but now it kind of happens quite easily, and then you just pop it back on, and that way you can clean the hose and the mouthpiece separately. So again, just really quick on this bladder, and just to show you that this bit does actually come off, and the way you want to make it come off is again just by pushing it down, and then it pops off like so. Okay. So let's get on to the newer bladder. I'll pop that off to the side. So this is the Osprey, the hydraulics. This is the 3-litre version. Again, in the other video I kind of commented things I like about it, etc. So I won't go over that stuff. I'll just show you how to take it apart and put it back together. So again, really three main pieces. You've got the bladder itself. Again, well, nice and easy to clean. Just open it up there and do whatever it is you need to do. And again, the other two components being the mouthpiece and the hose. Now, one of the improvements of this bladder is they actually made the hose really easy to disconnect, really accessible, so you don't have to slide the handle off or anything like that. All you have to do is just go and do it so you can see on the camera. Okay, go from underneath, and it helps if you're a little bit closer, but just pull the hose off. Shouldn't require too much force or too much pressure. The closer together you pull from the actual nozzle bit, the easier it's going to be. I just want it to be visible on the camera. So that comes off, and then the third component, like I mentioned, the mouthpiece. So that comes off again from the hose. We'll just take that off. So definitely recommend you take the mouthpiece off as well and give it a good wash. If you want to break it down even further, the actual rubber bit comes off here, so you can actually slide that off. But I found that as long as you kind of rinse through there and give this a good nice rinse, make sure you press it and clean it, then it's not too much of an issue. Definitely important that you give the mouthpiece a really good rinse, because really in the bladder all that sits there is water, and it should obviously be nice and clean. When you're drinking the bladder, or when you're drinking the water from the bladder, obviously you're getting bits of saliva in there, and that's kind of where the bacteria is, etc. So if you're going to have any issues with kind of stuff growing in there and you getting sick and what have you, it's going to be because of the mouthpiece, because you haven't really washed it out properly. So make sure when you come back from your trips you definitely wash the mouthpiece out, and then kind of dry it out separately, and again make sure you really look after this little bit of your kit. The hose is pretty simple. I just run some water through it. You do have the kind of cleaner that you can run through the hose. I haven't done that really yet because there's been no need to. If you clean it every trip and just dry it out and look after it, shouldn't be too much of an issue. And obviously again you have the bladder here itself. Barbecue thongs, like I said in the other video, work really well, or Osprey give you a little mechanism to keep that dry. Reassembling it, really simple. Another beautiful thing is that these two bits, so for the bladder and for the mouthpiece, are universal. And you can see up close on the hose, it's exactly the same either end, so you don't need to worry about which goes to the mouthpiece or which go to the bladder, and if you get it wrong, will it leak, etc, etc. Doesn't matter which end, you pop the mouthpiece on one. And now this is the important part, and my girlfriend made this mistake once. When you pop the hose in, you got to make sure it goes underneath the handle, like so. It doesn't matter which side, from the left, from the right, but you can't stick it up over the top like so, because it will leak. And I'll just adjust the light a little bit so you can see. So again, you can't put it up over the top, okay, and plug it in that way, because it will leak. It has to go in and underneath the handle. And again, same thing, you just line it up, and I'm going to try and do it so you can see, and then just put it on. Doesn't take too much pressure, nice and simple, nice and easy. And that's pretty much the breakdown and reassembly of the Osprey hydraulics bladder. Guys, thanks for your comments on the other video. I hope this kind of answered those questions. If you do want a little bit more detail, let me know. I do plan on making a more detailed cleaning type video. I've got a few tricks on how to make sure you clean the hose out a little bit better, and make sure it dries a little bit quicker. Going camping in a few days, so I'll do that when I get back. Thanks for watching.